Do you still look back with such fond memories of that time in your life?
I do.
Yeah.
It was the greatest time, and there was still an innocence back then. You know, the world's changed a lot. I know that David was doing commentary on the decline of American civilization, but the decline, that was the beginning of a decline. 9/11 was the real. That was when we knew our freedoms were going to be compromised. We weren't Hollywood. We were the anti-Hollywood. They didn't even like us. We would walk down the red carpet, and they'd be like, we don't even want to talk to those people. They talk like this. We don't need them. They're not, you know what I mean? But it's, yeah, no, that doesn't taint the experience. But what it just seems like is they have fallen in line with the rest of the world, where everybody's doing something to get over on everybody financially. It's just more money and power, money, power, money, power. And in the midst of that, lives get destroyed. So his memory was tampered with.
Yeah.
It's lame. I know there are stories like that out there. And there's a book out there by some locations guy on the show, another douchebag, excuse my language. I don't even know the guy, but HBO and David Chase, like, they had a really good opportunity. And instead they told secrets and, you know, about an intervention, which probably should have never happened. Like, I didn't even know that was happening when that was happening. Why are you exposing shit like that? And when he died, he was not partying. He had a heart attack, and it was not what everybody wants to. If you tell that story, everyone's assuming that his death was related to that. It was not. When David Chase answers, "Were you surprised?" and he goes, "No," all of us were like, "Oh my God!" Like, that's so dismissive. Like, we were all shocked that he died. He died after taking his son to the Sistine Chapel and buying, I don't know, a poster of the Sistine Chapel and saying, "I'm going to stare at this every day to remember that I have to work harder." And this is the story? We're going to tell that story.
Right.
It was.
I remember you told a story about how generous he was on set.
So generous. So generous. Yes, that was a big story. Everybody knows the story. I think about when we got the DVD deals that he pulled us each into his trailer and gave us each a check for $33,000.
Amazing.
I think, yeah. And then he had a bunch of, I wasn't there, I was already off the show, but my one of my best friend who was a PA on the show, she became my best friend, he had a security guards at the Emmys in the last week of the Emmys, the last year of the Emmys, sorry, and had all these watches and gave out watches to everybody. I think they brought a lot of the crew out for that last Emmys.